We are back for another Christian review of regular books, and today we are discussing Broken by Karen Slaughter, which is the fourth book in the Will Trent series. For those of you who've never seen one of these videos before, here's how it's going to go down. First, I do my regular review, what you know and love to expect from a book review, star rating, my own personal opinion, and I do it all without spoiling the book. But then we get into the Christian review, and that's where I go over the basic pieces of a book that may or may not have a fellow believer or truly anyone wanting to read it. I give more caveats and any more information you may need about these reviews in the video that's pinned at the top of the playlist, or you should be able to click here somewhere. However, if you're still here, let's go ahead and get into my regular review. Broken is the fourth book in the Will Trent series, and at this point of me reading this series, I am fully invested in the character of Will Trent, okay? He is so good. Now, technically, all of these books are considered interconnected standalones, which means you can pluck one book out of anything in the series and read it, and you will understand it. It's because it has a beginning, middle, and an end, and one victim or victims per story, per book. So once you get through that book, you get a new victim. However, I do think this was the book that really told me you should not read it as interconnected standalones. You start to develop so much understanding about the character of Will Trent, as well as the other side characters connected to Will Trent that are in all of the other books, that you would probably be confused or miss a lot of pieces if you picked up a book 8 when you'd only read book 2. Going back to specifically Broken was so well done. This, at this point, was my favorite book in the series. I could not put it down, could not stop, wanted to know what was going to happen from the very, very beginning. There is a first 100 to 150 pages where it's about another character, and you do not see Will Trent at all. And that was the only reason why this book didn't get 5 stars, is because that beginning portion felt like it dragged on a little bit because I just wanted to know when Will Trent was going to show up, because I, at this point, am fully invested in Will Trent. Just like Law & Order SVU and Olivia Benson is like my girl, you know, Will Trent's my guy. Like, I was like, yes, I want to know what he's doing within this storyline. So Broken starts with a different character that you're learning about before developing into the storyline with Will Trent being involved. Despite that fact, I still could not put this book down. I finished it so quickly and was engaged from beginning to end. I rated it 4.25 stars. If you want to see everything that I'm reading and rating in real time, you can do so by following me on Goodreads. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have my own YouTube channel, so if you're wanting more of my day-to-day reading and life journey, you can follow me there. All the links are down below in the description box. Now let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first category I always love to touch on is smut or spice, and there is none in this book. Not even the victim is experiencing a sex-related injury, so that's a win. The second category is explicit language, and once again, nothing. What surprised me is how much Karen Slaughter's writing changed over the course of this series, and you really see as the characters mature, so does Karen Slaughter's writing. So there's none in this book. The third and final category is violence and gore, and yeah, Karen Slaughter tends to write more violence and gore than your average cop thriller, in my experience. A lot of the violence and gore in this book specifically is associated around medical violence and gore, like post looking at what happened, understanding what happened to this victim, etc. However, it's there and she doesn't shy away from it. So it is definitely something to keep in mind. It is not to the point that I would say it's too gory, but it exists. This book is probably great for anyone aged 16, 17, and up. Before you go, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can stay up to date on all of these Christian reviews of regular books, plus me and my mom's podcast, The Journey We Share. On top of being able to stay up to date, it also helps us know that the content we're providing is content you want to keep seeing, and it's basically a free way to donate to our ministry so that we can continue being a resource to you. So please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and maybe even comment before you go today, and we cannot wait until we see you on the next one.